Hey guys, Zephyrnix here, and I'm gonna make this video as fast as possible. I'm not gonna say quick, I'm gonna just fast. So I was actually watching a some of the old 2010 E3s, right? And I was looking at Nintendo's first, and I like Nintendo. Then I looked at Microsoft, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. And I looked at Sony, and I was like, okay. And I was looking at it, and I was basically trying to find out things like maybe I was a little too harsh on it when I originally said what I said. So I started looking around for different things, and then before I even got too far, I actually came across the Move trailer, right? And I saw something on a Move trailer which totally blew my mind. Now, I want you to watch the Move trailer right here. It's on your screen right now. Watch it. Now watch this part right here. Notice that the lady actually has two Move controllers in her hand, which indicates that if this was accepted by Sony as the official trailer for E3, well, that means that there are games that require you to use two Move controllers. Well, okay, well, that brings up an interesting thing when it comes down to pricing, doesn't it? Ooh. And don't comment until I finish the video, because you're going to like this at the end. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting at the end. So let's put things down in perspective in terms of price. So if you actually have the Move actually costs $50, right? We need to say that right out now. The Move actually costs $50. So if it's the Move, if you don't have the camera and you got to get the Move and the camera, it's going to cost you $100. Right? But you also have to get the Navi. We're talking about getting the full experience, guys. The full experience. So let's talk about the Navi. The Navi is $30. So it's going to cost you a grand total of $130. Wait, but according to the trailer, there will be some games that require two Move controllers, which means that to get the full experience, you'll have to add in another Move. As we talked about before, it's actually $50, which takes you to a grand total of $180 just to reach the full experience of Connect. Interesting, huh? But wait, we're not done. What happens if you got this really cool thing? They're really awesome. They're called girlfriends or friends. What happens if that? Well, wait a minute. So that means that if you have a friend, in order to get the full experience with them, well, you'll have to buy another, what happens if it was one of those games that has, it's a two-player game that requires two wands? Well, that means that you have to add you have to have $100 to it, because 50 for the wand and 50 for the wand. So that brings you up to $280 just to get the full experience. But wait, that's not the full experience, is it? Because you also have to get the Navi controller. So just in case it's one of those games that require you to have a wand and a Navi controller. So that'll bring it to $310 just to have the full experience and two players. Versus Connect, which actually requires you to have just Connect, $150, just Connect, and that does everything that the Move does, and also it is two-player compatible. It might be more, but as far as I know, it's only two-player compatible. I've never seen anything more than two players. Okay. Now I'm not digging on the Move, not at all. This is actually directed towards the Sony fanboys. But here's the thing. Why would you buy the Move and then you have to buy all the stuff in order to reach up to the full potential of the Move, when you can buy Connect for $150 and you will be pretty much, everything's already there. Two players, full experience, bang, zoom. Now, we're not even talking about the extra features that come with Connect other than movement stuff. We're just talking about movement right here. Now, what I'm digging at here is that it's ironic, really, because if you guys remember, wasn't that the same argument that PlayStation 3 users use when talking about the Xbox 360? They was like, well, why don't you go ahead and buy a PlayStation 3? Because a PlayStation 3 will cost you $299, I think it was $299. But with this, you're getting free Wi-Fi. They say free Wi-Fi. That's not really what it's called. It's actually just But anyway, they said that it was like Blu-ray, a bigger hard drive. Where in order to, if you get an Xbox 360, in order to reach up to the full potential that is PlayStation 3, you have to actually buy the Xbox 360. Then you got to spend $100 on the Remember, they used to give us prices. They used to give us you have to pay $100 for the Wi-Fi, and then you have to pay another $100 for the actual for the actual what do you call that? The new hard drive. Then you gotta buy batteries for your controllers, and assuming that you're gonna buy rechargeable batteries, that's gonna cost you an extra $30 to $50, and it's going like that. So it's funny that the roles are reversed, huh? Because that's what they just say, in order to get the if you get an Xbox 360, in order to get the full potential out of it, to reach the potential of the PlayStation 3, you have to fork out all this money, eventually being more expensive. But then, if you go ahead and talk about the wireless controllers, well, you say the same thing, just on different ends. You're saying, well, why bother getting the Move? Instead, why getting the PlayStation Move instead of buying Connect? Because with the Move, you'll have to, in order to reach the full potential of Connect, you'll actually have to buy and purchase a whole bunch of stuff. And it winds up being more expensive. And isn't that interesting? Now, like I said before, it's not a dig on, for the most part. Nah, it's not a dig. I'm just saying what I'm saying, What's my phrase? I ain't saying nothing. I ain't talking about nobody. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. Okay? Say it again. I ain't talking about nobody. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. So, it's going to cost you $310. I mean, for those guys who, say, want to sit there, it's not going to cost you that. For those, it's going to cost you $180 though, for those guys who don't have a girlfriend and can't get pussy to save their life, to the point where they won't even have a girl come in their room and they want to sit there and make fun of other people who have sex videos out there, or have seen them saying sex, and you want to call them names. But the reality of it is just you're just jealous because you can never amount to having a woman in your room. Not only that, but a woman who's willing to be filmed with you. You'll never have that. Because you're just a sorry motherfucker. But anyway, I'm not talking about nobody. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about, of course. But I'm just bringing that to someone's attention. That was just an interesting thought I had, and I just thought I'd share it with everyone. So, I tell you what. How about if we no longer talk about pricing in terms of how the PlayStation 3, how the Xbox 360 is actually more expensive than the PlayStation 3. Once you get everything to equal up to the PlayStation 3, versus, and then at the same time, guys, don't mention that PlayStation Move is more expensive when you buy everything to reach at the full potential of Connect. Okay, just don't talk about it no more. You have a good night. Zaphenix is out. Whew, that was a good video. It'd have been a shame too, and at the same time, would have been funny if actually because the reality of it is that with the new Xbox 360 out, it has free Wi-Fi and it has a bigger hard drive. So, essentially, PlayStation 3 users can't even use that anymore. Chicken's good, and it's extra good because I'm black. Oh, it's still recording?